No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. And the Buckeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Unloads quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Finds his big tight end. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great match.
Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Irvin. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete! Touchdown, Ohio State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in there. And they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the back. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Irvin. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over Louisiana. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese.
Holds it in on the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He'll do it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping him.
Finding open areas. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Quick release by the QB. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Running into the open space. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Irvin. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words to describe defensive linemen with.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Brings it in down the left side. Finds some room. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half.
Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. The give on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Ready. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. 2-9 Philly. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. The play action fake. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Smith takes the handoff. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Turning it on. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll leave it with him. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
TCU 14.
As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
Got it behind the line. It's Garrett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Charcoal!
To the ground with the back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stuck.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell they were ready, they were fast, they were physical.
Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. And they'll take a knee. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.